Namaste and welcome to Dragonfly Cookery and Knives. In this particular video I'm going to be doing a continued demonstration of one of my collaborated design efforts with Neem Tangi of Gurkha Blades and myself at Dragonfly Cookery and Knives. My name is Tim McLaughlin, and this is one of my personal designed cookeries that I gave to Neem to build for me, and he did such a fantastic job. I did a first impression video already on it. Now, as promised, I'm going to do a continued demonstration video of this particular Sirupate style cookery along with its EDC knife in the companion set series that we did last year in 2020. Now, unfortunately here in California we still have the closures where restaurants and hair salons and other businesses have been shut down, along with parks and campsites. So unfortunately I can't take this camping somewhere here in Southern California to do a demonstration. We did have a windy day the other day. It did knock down some of the limbs off of some of the beautiful pine trees that surround our property. So I thought I would take some of those in and use them for this demonstration. This is something that I would be normally using my cookery for on a normal basis. A lot of times we get a lot of hard winds, we get a lot of branches that fall down, and we have to process them, bring them down to where we can put them in the trash can so that the trash company will take them. And in some cases I add that wood to my wood pile for either future fires or for future demonstrations like I'm doing today. So with that being said, I'm going to be using the Sequoia, which is the name of this Sirupate. It's a Dui Chirra Sirupate with a rosewood handle. It is handmade in Nepal. It has a hardened edge, which is probably roughly around 57 Rockwell rating. I don't have the proper files to really do an accurate testing on it, but judging by the use of this already and how it holds an edge, I would put it at a Rockwell rating of roughly around a 57, maybe even as high as a 60 Rockwell rating on the edge. It's kept a very good sharp edge, and it does not roll or ding. It's a convex edge. For the size of this blade, it's amazing how light and fast she is and how nimble. I'm going to be hopefully demonstrating well the usefulness of the different hand positions of the handle. Has a longer handle than normal. It's about a 6-inch handle, which allows you to choke back on it for extended leverage in your chop, or also to get up real close with the finger choil and do your detail work. And I'm going to demonstrate that by sharpening a pencil. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and delimb this particular branch. I am going to use a leather gardening glove, not exactly the best glove for giving you the most amount of dexterity with your hand, but it does protect your hand, especially when you're holding something that you're going to be cutting, and you don't want to cause any injury to yourself. So I'm a big believer in protecting yourself from injury, always thinking ahead, but we're going to go ahead and delimb it. I haven't chosen to use a work glove with my right hand because I want to feel the complete dexterity of the blade. I want to feel if there's any hot spots that are going to start happening. Plus, it gives me better control of the blade, and I like that. I like the feel of the handle and the blade in my hand so that I can adjust when I need to adjust. It just gives me better intelligence in the blade, the use of the blade. Now this is such an excellent cookery because of its size and because of its sweet spot, which is this entire area right here is a sweet spot. It gives me a lot of area that I can use for chopping. So it is very user-friendly in that regard. Because of the length of the blade, excuse me for coughing, it allows me to get the best advantage of the physics of this blade. So with that, delimbing these branches is a breeze. It's really easy because the physics of this blade allows it to be such. And as you can see now, I've sufficiently delimbed this thing in a relatively short amount of time. It does just a great job. There you go. Now we'll go ahead and do some further demonstration of how well it goes through this piece of wood. This branch right now is maybe an inch in thickness. Not very thick. And I'll go ahead and choke back and get even more extended leverage and see how it works. Now I'm not necessarily hitting the sweet spot yet. Now I am. There we go. Didn't take much. It does a very good job. Now, like I did in the other video, I sharpened the stake. I will do the same thing here just to show how well it does and how quickly and how easily it removes the material. So it's very functional. And yet I don't feel like I'm swinging this really heavy blade. It's not a sledgehammer cookery. It's a relatively light but extremely functional, easy to control, very sharp, and very well balanced blade. So here I've made a stake, and as you can see by this nice smooth area here, it has sliced and cut through this wood like nothing. Nearly made a toothpick out of this thing. So this is a very sharp and relevant, functional Sirupate style cookery. Now, with that being said, like I said, I would be doing sharpening of a pencil. So let me get my pencil here. Come up closer to the camera so you can see. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to utilize this finger choil here along with this integrated hand guard or finger guard of the handle. Also I have this very nice kind of a chiseled or narrowed part of the wood that allows for a pinch grip. I don't think I'll be using that much for what I'm going to be doing right now. Excuse me. Really dry throat today. It's very warm today. So here we have a pencil. It's already been sharpened in a regular pencil sharpener. Okay, but I'm going to take it back a bit further, exposing a lot more of that lead. But I want to show that I can take with control the wood off and expose that lead without breaking the lead. If I'm able to do that with a knife this big, and normally what I'd be using is a X-Acto blade, which has got a surgical, almost a scalpel type of blade to remove this material. If I can do that with this cookery, it shows how nimble and how controllable a blade this size can be for doing these little tasks that are very detailed. And so if I can do that with this pencil, I can do it with a feather stick, I can do it with notching, I can do any of the detailed work that I would need out in the field with this particular blade. So right now, let's just go ahead and start carving on this wood. Hopefully I'll stay in camera. What's nice about the balance of this blade is the balance point is you can feel there's a little bit of weight this way, but the balance is very good and very easy to control. Right now I have my thumb on the spine, and I'm going to be doing kind of a little bit of a curve motion while I'm pulling the pencil back. So you'll see me when I'll use both thumbs. Most of the pushing will be done with my left thumb, and I will guide the sharpness of this blade to take off precisely the amount of material that I want to remove. Now in the video that I did demonstrating this with Sada, I talked about how pencils have a wax coating to hold the lead in with the wood when it's inserted into the wood. This prevents that lead from sliding in and out or moving around when you're trying to sharpen it in a pencil sharpener. It holds it fast. So that way you're able to get a sharp edge and you have that graphite where you need it to be without having it roll around in the wood. From time to time I've seen a pencil that didn't have much wax in it and the lead came right out when I tried to sharpen it. I pulled the lead out with the blade. So this one has sufficient enough wax. It's allowing me to do what I need to do with this wood. And as you can see, as you can see the wood curling there, you can tell that if I wanted to, I could easily do a feather stick in the field with that. I can even use the pencil for the feathers if I needed to, if that was the only dry wood I had available. So in this case, we're taking it down to expose this graphite, the pencil lead, and it would be very easy for me to break this lead, this exposed lead, by doing this with such a big and cumbersome blade. But I'm not having to worry about that. I'm able to have very good control with this blade, getting right up real close and being able to almost do the same type of smooth cuts, circular cuts, as I rotate this pencil to where I could have it almost like I was the pencil sharpener, electric pencil sharpener, sharpening the wood on this handle, on this pencil. I'm sorry. So here you can see, and if I can hopefully get the camera to focus in on that a little bit more, you can see I've exposed quite a bit of that lead. It's now a very long point, and I've removed a lot of this wood material without having to worry about breaking that lead. And I can do it with such great precision with this kukri. The Sirupate kukri is a very, very well balanced kukri. I think I showed it bouncing on the tip of the head, or the tip of a nail. So it will dance, it will stay upright and not fall over. So it's a very relevant, very good kukri. I can also fine-tune my point with this on the graphite, and that's one area where I could easily break this, because it'll cut in and grip it and break it. But here we go. We have the point, a very good point on this, and I think I've demonstrated that this kukri has great dexterity and ability to do your fine work tasks if you need to in the field. Now, fortunately, with the Sequoia, you don't have to rely so much on this blade for doing such fine detail. It comes with a fully functional EDC knife that you could do all your whittling tasks with, including sharpening the pencil. So I'll come up and do a further demonstration just using this. And as you can see, I'm able to get that going, and I can do exactly what I was doing with Sequoia in removing that wood material and getting it and doing my sharpening if I wanted to. And actually, it's almost more difficult to control the smaller knife than it is with Sequoia in doing this in this particular cutting, because it's a much lighter and shorter blade. It takes a better understanding of the balance. So it's the more that you use a knife, the more that you know its limitations and its strengths. So in this case, here we've got more cutting away of the wood with this knife. You can see the residue of the graphite on it. So both knives will do an excellent job in the field for you. And like I said, this can be carried, the EDC knife, the little Sequoia, can be carried independently on your side from the kit as it is put together. And you can also carry it all together as one system. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was relevant in showing the capabilities of what these two tools were designed to be used for. like I said, you could sharpen a pencil with it. We could do that. You could do your notching and feather stick. So it's both of these, the cookery and the little EDC knife, will be very, very functional tools and companions. This is the Sequoia Dui Chirra Sirupate, designed by Tim McLaughlin, built by Neem Tanji of Gurkha Blades. It is offered exclusively and only at our website at Dragonfly Cookery and Knives. Please like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Leave any comments there. Also, you can visit me on my Facebook page at Blue Dragonfly Trading Post and leave any comments there as well. And I will get back to you as quickly as possible if you have any questions. This is being offered on our website now. I believe it's being sold at $165, which is a great price for a 2-knife system. You're getting 2 knives for that price that are 100% functional. Full-size EDC and a very functional cookery that's built to do any task, any work that you would need to do out in the field, clearing trails, fire lanes, if you're a hunter, and great for building your campsite and processing your firewood, as well as sharpening your pencils. Thank you very much. Namaste and God bless. Stay healthy and safe. Bye-bye.